happens around the world. We're seeing this. It's selective policing. It's selective. Rules come out. The books are dusted off their cobwebs, right? When it comes to stopping things like this. Protecting people at People's Park, protecting people in Palestine, protecting people who stand up for what's right. Instead, we have these kind of parties and things like this. We don't. You have the school cracking down on these organizations here. We get together peacefully to speak about what's actually happening. The youth is complicit in displacement and violence around the world. People's Park and Palestine. Counterinsurgent tactics are the basis of policing. Grants past ruling in the UCPD police and both banned the campus for seemingly historical reasons the same, reinforcing imperial capitalist hegemony. Our education is funded by the ongoing genocide. We see this. So many millions of dollars are going into weapons manufacturing companies. Our research itself is being used for these reasons here at Berkeley. So the same police force that's trained over here is being trained by the IOF in Israel. We're seeing these connections. We're seeing the same policing of the people in People's Park, a place that historically has protected so many people, has been home for so many people. Doing police with militarized forms of policing. The same stuff is being used to crack down on our campus. That's causing violence to students here. The violence to students here is not disconnected from the violence that's happening abroad in Palestine. These are the same people. All the universities in the country have been destroyed. The hospitals being destroyed. Nothing is being said about this at this university. We're instead funding and putting money and investing our tuition dollars. The students here who come here to get an education, that same money is being used to invest in these things that are destroying schools around the world. What is this kind of cognitive dissonance that we're supposed to live with? What is this kind of psychological turmoil that we're supposed to live with and accept as normal? We're talking about time, place, and manner for our protests. We're supposed to protest under their watch, protest under what's comfortable for the administration that says it's okay to go and destroy schools with our money across the world. It's okay to displace and to beat up and to injure people at People's Park, but we can go ahead and have a good time and not think about these sort of things and let business carry on as usual. Time, place, and manner. Time, place, and manner is a convenient way to shroud and to cover the violence that's embedded, in the everyday that we experience at Berkeley here today. You're not neutral. There's no such thing as being apolitical. Everyone who's walking by and not even looking at us right now thinks they're being neutral. You're not being neutral. You're being part of this covering of a very, very violent political decision. We're all political actors. None of us are exempt from this. And what we're seeing in Palestine today, what we're seeing in People's Park today, is not disconnected. These aren't two separate issues. These aren't two separate things that we're talking about. These things are directly linked and directly connected. The more you look into it, the more you realize that. And the more you realize that, the more enraged you would feel as a student here, as a community member that pays taxes, that pays tuition, that goes to the ongoing genocide and violence that happens at our doorstep here, that happens across the world, which is not that far away. So I'm here as a student here at UC Berkeley, and I know many of you are students or community members or at People's Park. We have to not just, expect that we stand up for what's right, but to expect that we can demand our administration, to demand our government to do more, because this is absurd. Absurd that we're only, how many people here speaking about this sort of thing, and yet we're the ones that are policed. We're the ones that are in danger and violence enacted against us by this police state, by the same police violence that's used to attack people here and abroad. So with that, I just say, free Palestine, free People's Park.
What do we do? Stand up, fight back! When People's Park is under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back! When People's Park is under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back!
Hi, my name is Lamonte. I'm with Wood Street Commons. Thank you. From Gaza to the Bay Area streets. Come on, say it with me. From Gaza to the Bay Area streets.
From Gaza to the Bay Area streets.
Stop the sweeps.
Stop the sweeps.
Who not bombs? People's Park. People's Park saves me by sending food by bombs. Food to bombs to us. It fed me, kept me alive, kept me moving. Against the tyranny of being pushed and pulled. These sweeps actually killed individuals. It's no different than what's going on in Gaza. These wars are the same wars. They're not anything invisible. We're seeing it, but we're doing nothing about it because we're comfortable. accountable to the students. You guys, you're in jeopardy. You're paying tuition for what? Why? Stop the tuition. Tell me what you want. No wars. From Gaza to the Bay Area streets, stop the sweeps.
他们在说有一个公务员要
Thank you, Monte. Who's next?
Harvey, where you at? We came from Gilroy to find you.
I gotta go a little higher.
We came up from Gilroy to support you guys.
I look out
Harvey got you.
and I am so impressed by the courage that it takes to stand here. Each one of you came out here to stand, to fight, to protest what's happening in Palestine. When we saw the beheaded children in Rafah, the killing, the colonization, the death, it takes courage to stand. It takes courage to stand up for People's Park. It takes courage to stand up for the homeless. It takes courage to decolonize your mind, as Frantz Fanon would say. When society gets to her jacket where George Floyd said, I can't breathe. I can't breathe because I'm black. I can't breathe because I'm disabled. I can't breathe because I'm poor and white and on Social Security. We have to come to places like this. Right over there, that's the commodification culture. Because I come from poverty. I didn't graduate from high school. Nobody who's poor grows up and says, you know what, I want to look poor, I want to be poor, because they're not going to accept you here. If you're poor and white, poor and black, poor and Hispanic, Latino, Latinx, indigenous, I don't care where you come from. They want to commodify our culture. They want to tell you that this is the way to be. They told me, you didn't graduate from high school, you better go to school. And I kept going to school. And it's all student loans. And it's about believing in some dream that doesn't apply to any of my people. And I come from poor white, poor Puerto Rican, all of that. So now we're here, and what do? We have the courage to stand here and fight. You will spark someone else because of your stand to inspire, to stand up for Palestine, to say that's wrong, to stand up for the homeless who are being terrorized by our governor. These kids, a lot of them, I was young too, and they see a picture on television of plastic surgery. We're supposed to hate the way we look. I'm short because Puerto Ricans are short, and damn it, that's a good thing to be. I never thought nothing was wrong with me. If your skin is black, if you got a hairy face and you're a woman, that's all a part of our ethnicity. If you ain't got teeth because you didn't have dental insurance, that wasn't because there's something wrong with you, there's something wrong with this country. And so I want to thank every single person here who decided to stand up, because we got to start a movement. They are terrorizing the poor. They are terrorizing the people of Palestine. Horrible. If you even say anything, you're blacklisted. That is not democracy. Democracy is about learning. It's about exchange. It's not about killing. It's not about fascism. And so today we are in the Berkeley, the birthplace of protest. The Black Panthers. Oakland, the birthplace of the disability movement. It may not be today, but it's here and it's coming. Because they keep terrorizing the poor. They keep terrorizing these students. $250,000, $450,000 in loans. That's prison for them. We should have free education. We should have a free exchange of ideas. Every single student there who's attending this concert should get a free education.
education because that's our future in this country. We shouldn't be killing the poor. We shouldn't disproportionately be institutionalizing people. So let us all remember George Floyd, because he couldn't breathe. We can't breathe. The people in Palestine cannot breathe. If you get disabled, they're going to throw you in the street. If you're on SSDI, I do this all day long, you'll never be able to afford rent, and you'll be on the street, and they're not going to want you there. So when you leave here today, I want each one of you to think about how you're going to change the world. It might be a small thing. It might be standing up for someone. It might be giving a donation. It might be using your voice to call for someone who can't advocate for themselves. And we're going to change the world because it's coming. The fire has been lit. They will not terrorize us anymore. From Palestine to Berkeley to Ukraine to the Congo to colonize Africa, the entire continent, to colonize America, North America and South. We are beautiful. Our ethnicity, our skin, our teeth, my hairy mustache came from my beautiful grandmother and my Taino ancestors and people from Spain and my black cousins. And I refuse to allow colonization to take root. And I will do whatever it takes. And I will stand because I have courage. You can't take anything more than what you've already stripped from our souls. So stand. Thank you.
Free health care. And they also emphasize providing affordable housing, public housing, social housing, cooperative housing. It's ridiculous that we have people that are homeless in this country, the richest country in human history. Why is there one homeless person here? So these are all the things that we have been, manipulated about and lied about. Getting to People's Park and the border wall that is now around People's Park. How did we get there? Based on lies and disinformation. So I work with one of the many groups that works both off-campus and many on-campus that oppose the destruction of People's Park. Our group got the park on the National Register of Historic Places. That very significant listing was also recognized by the leading preservation organization in the U.S., the National Trust for Historic Preservation. Now tell me, did former Chancellor Christ ever recognize the listing on the National Register?
No.
No, not once. And her Minister of Propaganda, Dan Mogulof, he never mentioned it, not once. So what's all the other lies around the park? If People's Park was really about student housing, they would have built it on one of their many alternative sites. It would have been done now. The project over at Oxford and University is finished. If they would have started a project just a block and a half away where the earthquake unsafe parking structure is, they'd be done by now. So this project is not about People's Park. It's not about student housing. It's about erasing the memory of what People's Park stands for. The living memory. So it goes way back over 50 years and it is current today. So the other lies about the park. They're going to provide supportive housing. Well, it's not happening, I got to tell you. That project fizzled out because of the fact that supportive housing depends on federal support. And since they violated a National Historic Site, they would not get their HUD housing vouchers. Okay? The other thing about the park is that they have gone out into the community and asked people to help commemorate the park. Very much like the fox wanting to commemorate the lately departed chickens. What business does UC, whose actions caused death and maiming over 50 years ago, and has a long history of terrorizing people that use the park. What business do they have commemorating the park? So the whole thing doesn't make any sense. The fourth element of their plan is to leave a little portion of it as open space. It's ridiculous. Southside is the densest part of Berkeley. Plans by the university and the city are to make this even more densely populated. We probably need the area of 3 People's Park to satisfy the need. There are actually standards, international standards, national standards, state standards, and local standards for urban green space. The project will violate every one of them. So the project is based on lies, disinformation, and makes no sense. So keep that in mind when people say it's about housing or whatever it's about. It is not. So thank you for coming out this evening.
Just a quick question. Palestine. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. From the sea to the river, Palestine will live forever. Free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. From the river to the sea, With chip. Me too. I mean, I thought a lot of stuff. Oh, now they have their lights on though. Yeah, we thought so too.
I thought this guy was supposed to help.
I think he just doesn't want to get in trouble. We should have blocked anyway.
He was?
And he doesn't want to be the
This guy just made history. Literally. I know. Yeah, I thought you just said the fire truck. Is that what you said? No.
I like the background music. Airplane. That's fun.
Slow him down a little bit, right? Slow him
What's your name?
Rico.
Rico. Oh, you're okay. Who's ISIS? I know this.
I don't know where she's at.
Is she here?
I don't know. I haven't seen her. Maybe ask Andrea.
Okay, I just wanted to see who she is.
Yeah.
I get mixed up.
Apparently some dude scaled the wall.
Yeah.
What's that?
Hey muchachita, how you doing?
Good. This is always an adventure.
Beautiful to be here. Yeah. My painting is somewhere.
Uh-huh.
You saw that? My painting is there. Oh, here it is. There is forever.
Yeah.
That's me. Yeah, that's me. But I'm playing the drums, so you know.
Nice.
Somebody gotta do it. But I don't know how to play that music.
Yeah.
I just go with boom, boom, boom. We improvise, you know.
They've been going for a while. Like, what time is it?
It's like 7? 7.
So yeah, they've been going for 2 hours.
Oh yeah, since 5,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I couldn't be here at 5. And Andrea was the one who could make a video call. And she goes, oh, we'll do it right now. Okay, I'll do that. Lisa is there, Aiden is there.
Everybody.
Everybody's there.
Anyone?
I'm gonna put my camera through the hole there.
Yeah. There's one on both.
Is that as far as it can fit?
What's it look like in there?
Oh, you should look in. It's horrible.
Make them think. To let them remember what this place means. So if it's in the hall,
trouble. And I'm hoping and praying that somehow this land can go back to the Ohlone people, of which it belongs. So, however you guys can pray on that one, like put that in your daily prayers, your daily thoughts, so that can happen. I'm hoping some remains are found to stop any kind of digging and whatever. So pray on that one too, and that will halt everything and give the land back to the Ohlone, and for free. We need to make sure that happens. You know, we're in a heap of trouble. The climate, the genocide keeps getting worse daily. So we need to keep Palestine in our prayers and thoughts and bring it up. There's a council meeting coming up. Y'all need to stand up and be loud at that council meeting. Berkeley City Council. They're evil Zionists, and they're not doing anything for the people. Now they're causing all kinds of issues for our unhoused community, the sweeps here in Berkeley, Oakland, all over the Bay, and the, you know, country really. So that's terrifying. It's creating more trauma on top of all the trauma that we've had to deal with since COVID and prior. Being black all my life, it's always been a trauma. But you know, you have to find joy when you can, and love each other, hold each other tight when you can, and just pray for peace. Pray for peace in the world. Palestine's giving us courage to stand up for everything. Everything. We have to end corporate greed, end all the isms that have been going on for our generations and lifetimes. So, you know, free People's Park, free Palestine, free ourselves from all the hatred and bigotry. And free People's Park. Thank you.
Complicit with the university in forcing this company town policy. So just think about that. Of course, every politician you know, they can see control, tax, harsh on empty units.
There are 3 out of every 5 children in administrative detention have committed no crime. We have been taken hostage. 3 Palestinian hostages. I come from the Halabi Abdullah family. We have lived in Palestine since 500. Palestine, go home! The people's heart is the people's home. And they kill us, and they put us in prison. Why? For our land. To steal oil from our land, to build these fucking buildings, started right now, so we do it for money. You think it's impossible? That whole discovery, but it really fucking is. And all the cops are quit their jobs, and the Zionists go home. We have ideology, make your answers. And I guess you don't want to say it, no, I express my gratitude. That's totally, I'm very clear, just last night, but I understand too. There's an approach and see through it, and see through the power scrambles and the negotiations and the power balances. You see through it, you know what's true. And you know that this wall represents the approaching states. That this wall represents, they don't give a whoop about the people in this neighborhood. We know that when they put this wall up, they impose
sorry, you're good.
At what point do you stop inviting people from outside of Berkeley to come live here? At what point is there enough students? Is it at 25% of our population? Is there 50%? Is there 75%? Is she saying? I can't answer that. I don't know. And what they're saying is that this wall, the representation of state power, as it expands, as it rolls over the lives of poor people, the lives of residents, the lives of the African American community that once thrived in Berkeley, and now is every day is experiencing the gentrification that comes with this military, corporate, educational, industrial complex. I graduated from UC Berkeley, and I'm sorry to say it took me 2 years to understand that this system, that students are the subterfuge, they're the window dressing. It's the Trojan horse for a military-industrial complex that supports the Pentagon, that supports the worst corporations. And if you look at UC's portfolio, investment portfolio, it's chock-a-block full of military and artificial intelligence industries. And we've got to stay. We've got to, don't be deceived by these small numbers. I get discouraged sometimes. But these movements and that truth just keep saying it over and over again because it nourishes the minds and the spirits of the students and of this community. And the truth may take a long time, but it will never die. Will never die. Keep speaking of the truth, y'all. Keep speaking of the
I never lived in the dorms. I rented somewhere else an apartment with a couple of people, and that was cheaper than a triple in Unit 1. It's like $21K a year. How is that affordable? What the fuck? Yeah. And it's because they keep admitting students and then don't take responsibility for the students' housing.
That's right.
And I just want to say, as a student, that I want to be mindful that students are prioritized over people in Berkeley. When People's Park first happened, when this first happened, I was talking to a person who was writing for Berkeley newspaper, and I asked him what was, like, how did he feel about it? And he said, at the end of the day, students need more housing. And I said, what makes students more important than the people of Berkeley? Yeah. And he said, I don't know. I don't know. And that's just bullshit. That's bullshit. So yeah, here, have some space to talk. And students should not be given housing that's $21K a year. And we should not be coming here if there's not enough housing for the people of Berkeley.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, most of the foreign students are cash cows. All of them. You know, they charge the foreign students.
Louder, brother.
They charge the foreign students tons of money, way more than American students. So foreign students get, they get favored. So, you know, all you local boys that want to get educated and have an American dream, well, you know what? You're going to have to wait in line because if you don't have the money, or you can go, maybe come back for more. You know, that's your other option. But education needs to be free.
Yeah.
Everybody had a right to have a good life, you know? No matter who you were. You didn't have to go to war and kill people. You could just become educated. And why not? Why not build a beautiful world where we're all educated, treat each other equally? Why not?
Whoever wants to speak.
Who are they putting up? Oh, Ed.
Oh my god, that was so fun. I was a young person survivor.
Like, somewhere in that machine, you know, they put another chick. Oh, I guess they look
I thought so too, but then they stopped here instead of going all the way home, so now I'm here. Oh, this dog's got a glowy collar? So much good vibes.
They ain't doing shit for her, man.
There's a bunch of frat boys up by the wall staring at it right now. I don't know what they're posted up. I hope they go fuck around. Do it, frat boys. Whatever you're thinking about, do it.
All of us out here, like I said, I can feel your cry, I can feel your pain. Because I have the same pain that you have. That we lost something beautiful, something that desired for us all. But we have to move on. But there's another way we're going to have to fight. We have to fight these assholes in a different direction. A direction that they never heard of. Which is called People's Power. We have a long way to go, but a short time to get there. But, like I said before, we're going to have to pull together in order to fight this Goliath, the university, and Blackstone. Because they're the ones who are taking the power from us. Like you said, they haven't taken away from us yet. But we can't let that get us down. We're going to have to lift ourselves up. We're going to have to pull together in order to heal ourselves. But the only way we got to do that is to share our heart, share our feelings, and that beautiful place that we had lost. Well, seeing that we're going to lose. But we got to keep the dream going. We have a long way to dream. The dream of the reality, the sound that slowly starting to sink in. We can't let it sink too deep, but we got to keep ourselves to the top. Because we're going to rise. We're going to rise to the mountaintop. And we're going to ride and going to stay up there. We're never going to fall. Because we're going to be too strong and we're going to be too powerful. Because we're going to be together forever. And we're going to have to stand together. And we can't hate each other anymore. Because we're all going to have one common thing to fight for. Fight for our green space. We want to bring that dream back again. The way that park used to be, the way it treated us. We're going to have to fight for it. We have to fight for the park. Because the park is relying on us. Right today, look over there. They literally screwing the park. They really screwing it. But they don't know how to use condoms. Because they're going in the wrong direction. I'm not trying to be funny here, but I'm right, man. They really screwing the park. They're trying to drill holes in the park where they can go way down and dig down deep inside and hit bedrock. So they can build that 17-story building they want to build. It's not going to be for us. It's not going to be for the community. It's going to be for Blackstone and the university so they can make all their fucking money. They don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about us. But the thing about it, we care about us.
That's right.
We care about how we feel. We care about how we live.
Yeah.
Because no one else is going to do it for us. We got to do it ourselves. And sure enough, we will put this thing together. So we're going to have to fight together. We have to rely on each other.
That's right.
We can't hate each other anymore. We can't even pick around little bullshit anymore. Because this shit is real serious. And we need to keep the park. And I miss that place. I really do. I really miss it. I dream about it every night. And I wake up, it's just a dream. And it pisses me off going, it's just a dream. But we need to bring that dream back to reality. We have a 12 mountains to climb. And you know we're going to climb that mountain. We're all going to climb it together. Or we go down together. We're not going to let that happen. We're not going down. We ain't going nowhere. But we're not going to wait for death. Death's going to wait for me. But I'm ready to go. I'm not ready to go yet. I'm right here. All right, everybody. I think I said enough. Yes.
If you guys want, you can also and then
Oh no, go ahead.
Cooperate with this collection
your viewing pleasure.
humans, all men who sit there in violation of the United States Constitution. If you think I'll cooperate with you in any way,
I love Milwaukee.
The hearing screw storming. The halls outside were filled with students seeking